My name is Claire. I spent 22 years building a life with a man who once said I was his forever. And then, one morning, he told me I was old and dead to him. It started quietly, like rot beneath paint. Ethan stopped looking at me the way he used to. He started staying late at the office, wearing cologne I didn't buy, smiling at messages I never saw. I told myself he was tired. That the years hadn't stolen everything from us. That maybe, he'd still remember the woman who once stood barefoot with him in the mud of our unfinished yard, dreaming about what the house would look like when it was done. That house. Our $1 million home, the one we built together, brick by brick, memory by memory. I designed every inch of it, the garden, the wine room, even the skylight above the bed. He said, "You make it feel alive, Claire." Funny. Because in the end, he said I was the dead one. It was late March when he came home with that look, half guilty, half proud. He didn't sit down. Didn't even take off his shoes. Just stood there in the kitchen and said, "I'm leaving. I've met someone. She makes me feel young again." The words hung in the air like smoke. He didn't shout. He didn't argue. He just ended 22 years with the calm of someone closing a book they'd already finished. I couldn't speak. My throat closed up. My hands shook so badly I dropped the glass I was holding. He didn't even flinch. "I'll take care of the paperwork," he said. "You can keep some things. I'll make sure you're comfortable." Comfortable. Like I was a dying pet. A week later, he was gone. Our son, Adam, stopped answering my calls. Our daughter, Lily, told me Dad said it was better this way. When I checked social media, my heart stopped. There they were, my husband and a woman half my age, smiling in Paris, kissing under the Eiffel Tower. And standing behind them, my own family. My children. My sister. Even my best friend, Marla. They'd all flown out for the wedding. The caption burned through me. Starting a new chapter. Some stories just end. He'd married her. Abroad. And taken my own family to witness it. 2 days later, my phone buzzed. A message from Ethan. "Don't be home when we get back. Once it's sold, it's dead to me." That was it. No apology. No explanation. Just a digital knife through what was left of me. I remember sitting on the porch that night, staring at the house. Our house. The wind was cold, but the rage inside me was warm, steady, and alive. I thought about all the times I'd painted those walls. The holidays I'd cooked for, the nights I'd waited for him to come home. And suddenly, something inside me snapped, quietly, beautifully. He said it was dead to him. So I decided to bury it. It started with research. I learned everything about demolition, property law, insurance, soil rights. I found out exactly how much it would cost to tear it down, and how long it would take before anyone could stop me. Then I went to the bank. The mortgage was in my name. The loan was already paid. The house was legally mine until the transfer went through. And Ethan, in his arrogance, had forgotten to rush the paperwork before flying off to his honeymoon. He left me with power. And I intended to use it. For 3 weeks, I worked like a woman possessed. I hired contractors, told them I was remodeling. Every morning, I wore my old gardening hat, smiled, and handed them lemonade like I used to. Inside, I was tearing out every trace of him. First, I sold the furniture. Quietly. Online. Then the paintings. Then the fixtures. Everything that had a memory, gone. I donated some of it to women's shelters. The rest I sold for pennies. Watching strangers carry away pieces of our life felt cleansing. Finally, I called in the excavation crew. Told them it was for a pool extension. But when they arrived, I handed them a different set of papers. Permits for a full demolition. Signed and approved. They stared at me. "Ma'am, this will wipe the whole structure." "I know," I said. "It's already dead." The morning the machines came, I stood across the street, coffee in hand. Neighbors whispered. One of them called to ask if I'd lost my mind. I just smiled. The first wall came down like thunder. The sound rattled through my bones, but it didn't hurt. It felt like justice. I watched 22 years turn to dust. The master bedroom, the skylight, the kitchen tiles I'd chosen by hand, all crushed into rubble. The garden where we planted roses? Gone. The wine room he built for his future celebrations? Gone too. When it was over, I paid the crew in full, thanked them politely, and drove away. What stood there wasn't a home anymore. Just empty land. Like the space he left inside me. 2 weeks later, Ethan returned. I didn't see it in person. But I saw the video, courtesy of a curious neighbor who recorded everything. The car pulled up. Out came Ethan, his new wife Sophie, my children, my sister, Marla. All laughing, dragging suitcases, talking about how they couldn't wait to move back in before the sale. Then they saw it. The laughter stopped. They froze, staring at the wasteland that used to be our house. No walls. No doors. Just dirt and scattered stones. Sophie was the first to scream. Ethan stood there, mouth open, face drained of color. Adam whispered something I couldn't hear. Lily started crying. Then Ethan shouted, "Where is it? Where's my house?" Someone said, "It's gone, Ethan. It's gone." He looked around, panicking, searching for something to blame. Then he saw the small wooden sign I'd left in the ground. Just one line, carved with his own old tools. "You said it was dead to you." I buried it. He tore it out of the dirt, threw it across the yard, screamed my name like a curse. But I wasn't there. I was parked half a block away, engine running, watching through the tinted glass. And for the first time in months, I smiled. He called me later that night. I didn't answer. He texted, "You've gone insane. Do you know what you've done?" I typed back one sentence. "Yes. I've finally finished what you started." Then I blocked him. He tried to sue, of course. But legally, the house was mine until the final sale. He'd signed the transfer documents after the demolition. His lawyer tried to argue emotional damage, property destruction, all of it. But the law doesn't protect the arrogant. The paperwork was airtight. Case dismissed. I walked out of that courtroom with nothing, no house, no husband, no family. And yet, I'd never felt richer. A month later, I drove by the land one last time. Grass had already begun to grow through the rubble. The wind was soft. Peaceful. I thought of all the memories buried there, the laughter, the lies, the love that turned to ash. I whispered to the soil, "Rest now." Then I turned the key, drove away, and didn't look back. Sometimes people ask me if I regret it. If I wish I'd fought to keep the house, the family, the image of what we once were. No. Because he took everything that made that place a home. He made it hollow long before the walls fell. All I did was match the outside to what it had already become inside. He wanted it dead. So I gave him what he asked for. Months later, a friend sent me another photo, Ethan's new house. Smaller. Colder. Built fast, without care. He looked older. So did she. But me? I looked alive again. The lines on my face were no longer pain, they were proof. Proof that you can survive being buried. If you're the one holding the shovel.